I know.
Yeah.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
We'll do a little cheers with the water and a
Cheers.
coffee.
And a
A
Red
little
Bull?
cheers in the
Yep.
morning and the Red Bull.
Awesome. So for those watching, this is my buddy Chris. Chris is visiting from Washington State. Awesome effects artist, mask maker in his own right, and he's going to sculpt with us today. So, thanks.
Monster Making Mondays.
Monster Monday.
Nice to
And
have
he
you
has
here
watched
with
in the past. He's watched us.
Very cool.
I think it's so funny. You said it. You just said that. You're like, I watch other people work.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I hardly ever will
Well,
watch.
I'm actually watching what I'm doing, but I hear you guys in the corner, and I'll look over and be like, "Wait, what was that?"
I can't bother myself usually to watch. I never watch a live stream. I don't think, except for ones that like Mike and Justin have done or something. You know, like if it's a friend and they're like support. But I don't ever watch live streams. Although now that we're doing it, I find myself when I see on Instagram so and so's going live, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. Because then I feel like I'm supporting.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I started. I found out you guys were doing this, and I was like, "Wait, I'm gonna watch the fellow nerds do while I do." You know, like,
It's like we're working together
Yeah, right.
across the state.
Terry wants to know if you're a Seahawks fan.
me, I'm not into sports. Not in any way. Actually, I heard they won a game yesterday.
The Super Bowl.
Did they win were they in the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know.
I'm a bit of a nerd, a sports nerd.
I used to love football when I was younger. I fell out of love with it.
What was your team?
Raiders.
Raiders?
And then Colts. I love the Raiders and then the Colts. And I played high school football with a Colt, James Mungro, who got a Super Bowl, got a Super Bowl ring. I heard this thing, and this is when I first moved to Vegas. The first year I moved to Vegas, I moved here right at Super Bowl time. The mummy in the Monster Museum I sculpted on Super Bowl Sunday while I didn't watch the Super Bowl. It was the first one that I remember really not watching on purpose because I heard this horrible thing. It's not horrible, but the quarterback from the Bears was under contract and got paid like $5 million whether he sat on the bench or not. And it really upset me. I was like, there's dudes out there fighting for our country, firefighters saving lives. This guy gets $5 million whether he works or not, playing a game. And I kind of lost my mind. And I love Supercross. Like, I follow competitive sport, but they're like gladiators. Those guys could die every single night. And they get paid a lot because they win it, not because they're guaranteed. There's no guarantee, you know?
Yeah.
So I got really mad at traditional sports.
And that's when you checked out?
Yeah, which is so dumb. I should have just. I understand. I'm not the.
Terry thinks it's funny when you said, I'm dying over here at the, I heard they were in a game.
It actually was.
I didn't know. I didn't know who was in the Super Bowl.
Was kind of.
I just knew about Bad Bunny was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what everyone knew.
But I don't really understand because I also heard Green Day and Kid Rock. Who did the Super Bowl show?
That Bunny did the Super Bowl halftime show. Kid Rock and some other people put on an alternative halftime show for those people that were very upset that Bunny was doing a halftime show. It was the weird
So
moment.
they made
in
their
time.
own halftime show.
Yeah.
You know who I thought Bad Bunny was? I thought
The
Bad
dude
Bunny.
from Fool's
No, I
Gold.
thought it was that girl that was on Dr. Phil that was like, "Cash me outside." And I'm like, why in the fuck is she doing a Super Bowl? What is our world turned into? And then I found out what it was, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Some singer, right?
Is Bad Bunny from Fool's Gold the rapper that is on the island? I love that movie with Matthew McConaughey. It's a great movie.
I mean, he's pretty famous. Like, he was just
I
in
think-
the new
Maybe that's.
Happy
I
Gilmore.
don't think it's the same guy.
Oh,
He's in the new Happy Gilmore, but he's
Happy Gilmore.
so's Vanilla Ice. I love
Really?
Vanilla Ice, man. Vanilla Ice is like my favorite.
I like when he did the rock metal versions of his
Yeah.
album, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
He's great. He's the best. He's like my. If I was
He's
gonna,
the best, really.
he is. I only been starstruck one time in my life. It was
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah. I saw him at an airport and I couldn't even talk to him. I was telling Lola, I was like, there's Rob Van Winkle. There's Rob Van. I just recently found out though, my booking agent, the Scarlet Abbey, Missy, also books Vanilla Ice Meaning we share a booking agent, which I think is pretty cool for like convention appearances.
What is it about Vanilla Ice that you?
Dude, I don't know if you've noticed, but I absolutely love the early '90s. Like, I collect Reebok pumps.
Yeah.
I love Toxic Crusaders. I love the '90s. And when I was 10 years old, there was nothing hotter than Vanilla Ice. I mean, the first CD was Vanilla Ice to the Extreme, the real big long CDs.
Right.
Remember when
Yeah.
you bought
I
the
forgot
CD
about
and
that.
it
The one
was
where he's like standing there and he's got his legs apart. He's like this or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you remember how tall those CD cases were?
I forgot
It
about
was like a
that,
full
yeah.
empty box.
That was
with a
so
little
you couldn't
bit.
shoplift them.
Well, they didn't do that to cassette tapes, which were way easier to shoplift. But I love Vanilla Ice, man. And I went and saw him here in Vegas at the Fremont Experience, and it was Coolio and Vanilla Ice for free.
That's awesome.
Dude,
And Fremont
like
Experience has some
one,
fun
one of
stuff.
my best concerts I ever went to. It was so awesome. He came out in full Juggalo style. He did Ninja Rap from
Oh my god.
and because Vanilla Ice is a Juggalo as well, and then like had turtles doing backflips on the stage, and
How
he
fun.
was Fago in the audience, but with water because it was 120 degrees out. I mean, it was
Wow.
it was
In
one of
Ninja Turtle costumes on the stage.
oh god, yeah.
Oh my god.
It was amazing. I have video on my phone. It was so good.
Was this in the 90s?
No, this was like last year.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's so
it was,
rad.
no, it was right. It was like 3 months before Coolio died. And Coolio's kids came out with him and rap Gangster's Paradise. One of them was playing the bass guitar or something. It was so rad. I love early '90s rap though. I love it.
Mason says hi.
Mason, there's a package on its way to you, Mason. We
I sent it on
We
Friday.
sent it on Friday. I hope. So let me explain what it is.
Please.
Mason has a prop from the movie Blade the Iron Cross that I gave him when he was here visiting me because he loves Puppet Master. I didn't sell it to him. I gave it to him, but it was missing a piece that goes on that's like a transmitter antenna. But that transmitter antenna was made out of a boom microphone, like an old
Cool.
boom microphone that was like some silver spray paint on it. And I had lost that for years and years and years. And then the other day, me and Kayla were cleaning out the back of the shop, and I found it on the floor, like behind a cabinet that we moved. And I was like, this needs to go to Mason Egan. So now he'll have that prop complete. It's like the transmitter that sets off the atomic bomb in Blade the Iron Cross.
That's cool.
So now it's complete. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy. I'll tell you what, doing this live thing has brought the Puppet Master fans back into my life.
That's awesome.
I've been fielding text messages and emails, and I haven't been this Puppet Master popular in quite a while.
That's cool.
It is kind of cool because I'm also like no longer. I don't want to say, I was never bitter, but I'm no longer feeling like I'm missing out on it or
I
something.
think you're far enough away from it.
Yeah, I'm far enough.
Enjoy it.
I'm far enough removed that I love hearing from the fans again. Because for a minute it was like, yeah, but I'm not the guy right now, you know.
Right.
Which is okay, bittersweet.
Did any of you see the new movie trailer for The Adventures of Cliff Booth, written
I
by
did.
Tarantino, that was aired during the Super Bowl?
No,
Yeah, it looks very. I'm excited for it. So it's did you see either you guys? See,
I don't even know what it is.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
oh yeah, of course.
So Brad Pitt's
Oh,
character.
Cliff,
Yeah,
the stuntman.
the stuntman. Yeah,
There's a movie about
There's a
him.
movie about it.
Oh, I'm in. Count me in.
Tarantino's done it?
He wrote it, but I think maybe
Somebody else is
somebody
directing.
else directed. But I think it was like somebody big.
Cool.
But
I mean,
but
if Brad Pitt's in it, it's gotta be.
And if it's Cliff Booth, I mean, it's such a fun character.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Do you think? So in that thing, that backstory for Cliff Booth about maybe he killed his wife, maybe he didn't.
Yeah,
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think he killed his wife?
I think Hollywood lore. I don't think he killed his wife.
And I hope that I don't learn differently. Like,
I hope that's not what the movie centers around.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
it looks like it's just more like his kind of, adventures about him being who he is.
Okay. Did you see the Fall Guy, the movie, the new one, newer one? It's not.
Oh, is that look like Ryan Gosling?
Yeah,
No, I wanted to. I
Dude.
forgot about it.
best movie I've seen in
Is it
the last
good?
3 years. I loved it.
I don't know much.
And I like the original Fall Guy. I love stuntmen. First of all, I love Hollywood stuntmen. I wish I was I've done a couple stunts, but I love the idea of being a stuntman. I love hearing old stuntmen talk, like that share the stories and the road stories. It's like wrestlers. But the Fall Guy is awesome because they incorporate legendary stunts from movies and stuff we know, like that
Right.
you will
Oh,
recognize.
that's cool.
And like in order to escape so and so, he's gonna do this scene from Predator, or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
But one of my favorite things was I was like, God, this is just like Miami Vice. And then they come around the corner and he's wearing a Miami Vice stunt show crew jacket from
that's
Universal Studios. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I really love the Fall Guy. I didn't know. It was kind of a sleeper for me. I had no idea that movie was going to be so good. And I don't think anybody else did either, which is why nobody saw it.
It's a weird thing because I feel like we had a moment, and maybe when I say hit a moment, maybe we had it 5 years ago or maybe longer, but where like, they make these movies after like famous IP. I don't think it's as effective. I think like
No,
it sort of turns you off because you're like, oh, look, it's going to just be another lazy
But
thing. But some of them are really good.
a lot of them are great. I mean, the Charlie's Angels films were awesome.
They're fun, yeah.
And I worked on part 2, and that was a blast. There's a lot of those. I thought Starsky and Hutch was good.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was
Yeah.
awesome in it. There's a lot of really good ones. I didn't see. They made a Chips thing, I think, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I love Chips. Like I really love the original
That
Chips.
one I liked a lot too.
The one I had a hard time was the Dukes of Hazzard. I love the Dukes of Hazzard. I cannot look at what's her name as Daisy. It didn't.
Who was Daisy? I
Uh,
can't remember.
Like reality show.
Or Jessica Simpson.
Jessica
Yeah.
Simpson.
Oh.
Yeah, there's been like 3 or 4 of those remakes.
Yeah.
Now. It's not, yeah,
And they put different people in
Yeah,
the cast. Yeah. The Jessica Simpson thing I couldn't get into.
Terry's asking what other music artists has Tom worked for?
Music artists.
Or worked with, yeah.
One of my first music videos I ever did, I was a kid, was a Peter Gabriel music video that was directed by Sean Penn.
Oh, wow.
And Sean Penn I have a video from like a Olympus Cam Media digital camera of Sean Penn spraying my blood sprayer, going, Tommy, give me more blood, Tommy. Give me
Oh,
more
that's
blood."
amazing.
And I'm like, Sean Penn is calling me Tommy. And it starred Shooter McGavin as like a Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
It's called The Greatest Show. It starred Shooter McGavin as a Jerry Springer guy, and they're like, chanting like they would chant Jerry, but everybody's like stigmata bleeding out of their eyes and their palms, and
Peter
Peter
Gabriel
Gabriel.
song?
and he's just floating behind the audience singing "This is the greatest show." And but Sean Penn, man, directing, like I felt. I don't even know how to explain. Like I love Spicoli. I was 19, and I was just like, "This is incredible."
Plus, like Sean Penn was like, because he at that time when he was big, when we were younger, it's like he's punching photographers,
Yeah.
dating Madonna.
Dude,
like he was the coolest.
He is.
Cool.
But he was so awesome in person, and I love that. Like, so a little known fact about me is that Tom Devlin, if Tom Devlin's Tom Devlin, I don't connect with the name Tom at all because I'm Tommy. I was Tommy my whole life.
Oh, really?
And so like professionally, now all of my friends, all of you guys in this room are my friends, know me as Tom, which sounds so fucking lame.
Right.
Like jockey, kind of like Tom, the business guy. But to have Sean Penn call me Tommy, just throwing it out there, I was just like, he gets it. He gets it. But I also felt like, God, I'm a little kid. Don't let my bosses hear him call me that. Because that's why I turned Tom, because of I didn't want to. I had this weird apprehension of feeling like a little kid because I was so young in the industry. So everybody, I was just.
There's something about those, like the like Mikey.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a fun thing to be called, but you're right. Like when you get to like a professional level, it feels a little.
It felt at that time, but
Yeah.
for a minute, like at the tail end of me working at cinema makeup school in LA, a lot of that crowd, like Megan Nicole, Gage, he was on Face Off with me, but he also like a whole circle in LA do call me Tommy because they got to know me on a different level. But then I moved to Las Vegas and started right over as Tom Devlin, and it's like, all right. And then you open Tom Devlin's Monster Museum, and you're never gonna be Tommy again.
Will you ever change it to Tommy Devlin?
No. Tommy Devlin's Monster House.
I feel like you could make some amazing commercial. Come on down.
Come on down to Tommy Devlin's. No,
Have a bag of fried chicken when you say it, for sure.
I don't know. It's a weird thing because it's not a negative. I mean, hey, I'll be whoever
Yeah.
whoever people like me to be. But Sean Penn. Oh, back to music artists. Sorry, I got my head chopped off by Shaggy Two Dope in Death Racers, the ICP movie,
Oh,
directed by effects legend Roy Kinnear of Soda Effects. Shaggy cuts my head off and it falls down all these pipes, and they're like, "That looks like some pachinko shit." I worked with Tiffany on Mega Piranha. I worked with Debbie Gibson on Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
oh wow.
I've worked with oh god, I've done I don't know how many music videos I've been in.
Slipknot.
Oh, Slipknot. Did the Slipknot music video here in Las Vegas. Called Nero Forte. Nero Forte. I've done a lot of music, guys. I love hair metal, and I've gotten to know a lot of the hair guys through my work.
I
Just
love that you love Vanilla Ice. I didn't know.
dude, I love Vanilla Ice. And like bucket list for him to show up at the Monster Museum.
Did he? Or
No,
Oh.
not yet. I've invited him. Every time he's in town, I send him a direct message.
That's amazing. Now you just gotta make a movie and put them in it.
Yes, no. My level of movies can't afford. I'm not Happy Madison. He's a great actor, though.
Yeah, we got a fun people.
He's awesome.
He was another one too in his time. Like he just came out so cool. He also dated Madonna. Also,
Yeah.
like for a young guy, it's like God, look how cool this guy is.
Yeah. And he loves Ninja Turtles still.
Does he?
Yeah. Also, so he was a motocross guy. He's a motocross champion. And he raced a 1985 Honda CR125, which Chris Arredondo owns the exact same bike, which is on the side of my house for the last 4 years. And I've been threatening to restore it back to that prime condition. But then I'm watching Vanilla Ice do like a garage walkthrough. And he gets to his restored, he rebought the same dirt bike that he had when he was a kid, restored it back to pristine. I was like, he beat me. But that is like the coolest dirt bike of all dirt bikes is the 85 CR125. It's just so cool. Rick Johnson won the Moto Donations against all the 250s on the CR125 in 85, which is like,
Oh wow.
I don't know how to explain that to somebody who doesn't know dirt bikes. That's like taking
It's a lesser bike.
Yeah, I mean it's the entry level, and he beat the premier level, and it's of Motocross Donations is the Olympics of motocross, so it's the whole world, and he beat him on a 120 CR125. I was like, oh god, it's awesome. It's like the best balanced bike that's ever existed. I love it. Anyway, back to Scope Terminator. Yeah.
So what are some projects that you worked on? Or like some fun? Do you have any fun stories about things that you worked on that you
Oh man,
share?
I've done lots of crazy shit.
What's one that pops to mind?
I don't know. I was just thinking about a dirt bike that I had when I was a kid, because that's what you guys were talking about. My grandmother got me this dirt bike.
What was it?
I don't remember what it was, but it had this lever on the side of the engine, and it had these big fat mud tires, and you could switch the lever one way. Yeah, and you go out in the woods and tear up the trails, or then switch it the other way, and you go through the
It
neighborhood.
was probably a Trail 90, Honda Trail 90.
They took it away because they caught me in the neighborhood without the helmet. And they're like, no more for you. That's actually what I was thinking about right there. I remember my first dirt bike.
I only rode a dirt bike once in my life. But my mom, when we were young, she was very very worrier. Like, the worst thing, you're gonna die. And I've grown up that way, and it fit my personality anyways. But my best friend, like one of my best friends, that was our neighbor at the time, they had dirt bikes, and they were real close to my parents. So we went out, and it was a little 50 that he had. But with the seat was it was covered with like a pair of jeans.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was cool. So I'm out there hanging out and I'm excited, and then finally it's my turn to kind of ride the 50, and I'm very nervous, but also kind of a little excited. His dad said, just like, be careful, just don't give it too much gas. So I go and I'm like, and then all of a sudden I get a little confidence and I hit that gas and I jump something and land right in the middle of a sticker bush. And it's just like covered in stick. And I was probably, I don't know, 8, 9. I was just miserable. It hurt like hell.
I did the same thing, but mine was a phone pole or a light pole in the yard, not a sticker. And Dad was like, give it a little, and then wow,
I think
man.
that's kind of like that's the path. I mean,
Yeah,
the
they said everyone's
first time I ever rode a dirt bike, I was probably 10 or 11 years old. And my friend Charlie Thompson brought over a KDX 80, which is a fast little 2-stroke. And my parents were like, "You don't know how to ride." I was like, "I know how to ride a dirt bike. Like, I know how." And we had like this horseshoe driveway. And I popped the clutch, went up on a wheelie, whiskey throttle, down the driveway, hit a tree. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't quite know how to ride a dirt bike."
See, that was the difference, though. Is I was the kind of kid that after that I was like, "Yeah, I'm all done."
Oh,
I remember once it got all the stickers out of me, I did decide to take that a little 3-wheeler.
oh, those are the best.
After like 30, 40 minutes, I got the confidence to get on the 3-wheeler. But wherever we were at in the desert, there was this like, you could go around this mountain. And now I'm imagining that it was like 8,000 feet up in the air. It's probably 8 feet in the air. And I remember going this little trail around the mountain, but the back tire kicked out and like came off.
Yeah.
And I jumped off as fast as I could. And I almost lost the 3-wheeler down the mountain. And it just scared the crap out of me. And I just walked it back. And I was like, that's
I'm done.
the last time I'll ride a motorcycle at 8 years old.
I love it.
Yeah.
Chris has done a ton of work with haunted attractions and mask making. Like he has a mask company.
Oh, cool.
That's what I
Also
like.
he has built theme park attractions. He's done.
Oh, wow.
I like to build haunted houses and all the monsters that live in them.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'll create a world or a theme, and then build like a 3D printed model of it, and then build a full scale thing, and
Oh, that's awesome.
what lives in it. Mainly scary things,
Yeah.
monsters, and
And you have a mask company that you?
yeah. Oh yeah, I've
What's the
been
name of
making
your
masks for years. Right, it's coffingool.com is my website, and you can see masks that I've made on there for the past.
You can also go to Coffin Ghoul on Instagram and check out all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used
Check
to.
it out.
I had a company years ago called Twisted Toy Box, and I was making masks, and then since '99 or 2000.
Very
It
cool.
was the first time I did this.
It goes right back to dirt bikes because I was doing this crazy dirt bike adventure one time about 2 years ago.
Oh, that's how you met
And,
Justin. Right?
and I happened to come by your place in Spokane,
Oh,
Washington.
that's right.
I just called up and I was like, "Hey, our mutual friend Justin Mabry from Trick or Treat Studios, Night Owl, he had always said that to both of us. He had been like, "Yeah, you got to know this guy. Oh, you got to know this guy," because we're similarly
Similar.
wired, and so next thing you know, I knocked on his door and I was like, "Hey, man, I was told to stop by."
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun. We
Got a
were
little tour of the shop and
making masks for David Lady when you showed up, and we made like 140 masks for that guy or something.
Oh, wow.
And well, there was 8 designs, but there was multiple copies of it.
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, look, Tom Devlin's here.
And everybody you're saying that to, like, oop. Who the fuck is that?
My roommate's like, aren't y'all going to the shop? No. No, that was cool for you to come out. That's how we met. That's how I found you because of Justin.
Yeah.
And he's like, you'd like Tom, watch this. And that's when you were on that TV show. What were you doing? You were doing this thing and your dad helped you. You were trying to flip all those little molds at once and your dad built the thing that
Oh, yeah.
come under the table or something. I was like, that's smart. That guy's got it figured out.
We were pouring 127 masks a day.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
built racks under our tables. All the molds sat on. You could just fill them up, and then we just dump them.
Oh, nice.
And they had
What was that for?
my mask company. Back in the day, I had a mask company called Fright Zone, and that was just about 6 years of my life was just making Halloween masks for haunted attractions.
Oh,
And,
cool.
when I lived in Florida, then I sold that off to another mask company. I moved here to Vegas. And they never released any of my masks, which I think is funny. I think they bought them just so nobody else would.
So question. So I'm getting, I feel like I've got kind of where I'm at.
Oh, I like the little guys going up the top of that.
So I want to add a few, a handful of those to kind of get that going and then smooth it all out.
Yeah.
And then my plan is to start going and just doing a little fine detail.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
Nope, you're there.
Okay.
You're right there. It's gonna be good. So Mike has hobby sculpted his whole life, like just, putts around with clay and stuff. I'm not trying to run a class here. I'm letting him do what he wants to do, but he has been asking for advice. So if you have any advice you want to throw as well, he'll take it. He is a sponge for knowledge. But I am trying to let him do what he wants to do. I don't want to.
Yeah, I used to sculpt a lot and loved it a lot, but I just never finished anything. Cause it was like, it was always like, it was back in the day and it was just sitting and honestly, like, like, oh, I'm going to make a mask. But I had no idea how to make a mold. It was, it was forever ago and I never really dug in deep enough to actually do anything.
That's what scares people so bad. It's
the finishing.
Small things.
Yeah.
Because you spend all your time piddling out this clay, then you're nervous.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and then you hear somebody saying, if you mess this up, it's fucked.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, and you're so scared. It's like, just mix the plaster and put it on there. You got to do it.
The funny thing is that it's that completionist fear. Like everybody gets it to a point and then they just put it on the shelf. That's why I like working with wet clay because that happens. You gotta finish it. How we doing, Kayla? We got anybody in there?
We got a couple people watching.
Can you see it all what I'm doing?
We're sculpting too.
Here, let's move this.
Yeah, is anyone sculpting?
Oh, that'd be fun.
It's funny, that was when I first got Creepy Talking, my horror YouTube channel. One of my ideas was like, I just want to do live streams at night, drawing, sculpting, writing, just be like a thing that people could, I don't know, hop in and also
join.
create stuff, like everybody just,
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, because it's fun to just make shit. It's like a reason we need a reason sometimes to actually make.
That's what I love about these Mondays, man. I'm getting more done these Mondays than I have in a year. Like we got several figures ready to go in the museum. It's pretty cool.
So one of the trailers that was on the Super Bowl was the new trailer for the new Scream movie.
Scream 7.
Yeah. So when I heard Scream 7 was coming out, I fell behind.
Okay.
I think I stopped at like Scream 4 or something.
Oh, okay.
So, but my wife had never seen them, so we've rewatched them all, and we finished watching Scream 6 last night.
So Scream 5 and 6 share a director named Tyler Gillette.
Okay.
Tyler Gillette was the second cameraman on The Trek. Was his first horror.
Really?
My movie that my wife directed that I produced, the director of Scream 5 and 6, first job on a horror film was The Trek.
How fun.
And it was awesome. He came for all the cave, he took shots of the torture. Like there's some brutality that happens in The Trek. And he's there, like, we're all having so much fun. I'm in full makeup. We built this cave, I used to have like a 2,000 square foot warehouse, and we built half of it into a cave. I brought beach sand, filled the floors. I mean, we built a Hollywood studio inside this warehouse. And Tyler is like looking around like, this is wild. He, fresh out of film school, he was an intern working for free, and just like, holy smokes, this is like, you guys have some passion. And now he's the director of Scream 5 and 6.
That's amazing.
I don't know if he remembers me. I'm sure he does. Like, that's his first. Everybody remembers their first, But man, I just thought that was so cool. I was like, that's wild that he direct. I was watching. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, there's two directors, and one of them is Tyler.
That's awesome.
I was like, no way. And I called PJ, our old DP, and he's like, that's Tyler. He's doing it, man.
That's
like,
cool.
Holy smokes, that's a huge step. I don't know if he did part 7. I don't know who did. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Someone says that he's also the guy that did Ready or Not and Abigail.
Oh, really?
Dude.
Wow. I love Ready.
When I met him, he had no horror experience.
Right.
Just had never seen in this world.
That's
And now this guy's responsible for that, all that.
there's some big.
Dude, you're welcome. That's because of the Trek. I'm gonna say that's because
If
of
it
the
wasn't
Trek.
for Shrek,
Look, you're using a
we-
fork. Last night you talked shit about the
I was
fork.
like, don't make me scold the fork. And then I see the fork and I'm like, there it is. I'll do
The
that.
magic Chuck O'Brien fork of shattered effects.
I like the plastic one because it just bends.
Oh,
up
it's
and
great. Yeah,
Get right in there and round it all out.
that's funny.
I knew.
He said it yesterday. He goes,
I
"Don't make-"
somehow knew.
I go, you want to sculpt with us on the live? He goes, don't make me sculpt with a fork.
But it was a joke to call back to the other episode
Yeah.
where you were talking about, yeah.
Chuck, the guy that brought the fork into my life, is one of my favorite sculptors ever, man. We cut our teeth together on
This is a
Xbox,
nice trick.
but that dude he's so fast. He uses monster clay more than wet clay now, but he is so fast and so efficient, and I love having him here because we just put on some awesome music and just throw mud, and I mean it's like I love working with Chuck O'Brien. So
Do you have a torch?
no, yeah, somewhere. No, you're not gonna find it. Maybe on those white shelves. There's a chance.
Monster clay is a lot harder. right?
Way harder. It's almost wax. It's very waxy.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it. I'm not a huge fan. I like this soft, fast. I'm too impatient for monster clay.
The monster clay, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people use it for like more smaller type of.
They use it for everything.
They do use it for.
Yeah, Chuck. They run a. There's a guy named Jared and Chuck are Shattered Effects. They do silicone masks, pullover masks.
Okay.
Beautiful detail. They sculpt full heads in monster clay every day, and they're beautiful, man. But you can walk away from that
Yeah.
for 3 years and come back. You know what I mean?
And they just heat it. Do they
Yeah, you
heat
just
it up?
use a torch, a little blowtorch, and
I like the medium. I use the medium. So I sculpted a mask that I wanted to work on for a couple months, and I didn't want it to crack or dry out or have to babysit it at all.
yeah,
And I use that. And you can either microwave it, a few seconds at
Yeah.
a time over and over. You can keep it in a crock pot to keep it warm, or a torch, or there's stuff you can do to soften it too, like using isopropyl myostrate for makeup. You
yeah.
go over it with that, and it softens it up
Oh wow.
or lighter fluid or different things. But
Have you ever used the alien clay from Smooth On? I got a sample of it over here. I never used it before.
There's quite.
They sent it to me. Holy shit! Piping hot caffeinated.
I dropped
That's what
my
happens
coffee
when you say that.
2 weeks ago.
But this is how hard the monster clay is. This is the same stuff.
Yeah. It's like when you first get it, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's a rock.
Yeah, but you gotta soften it up or whatever.
Yeah. When I first got mine, I think it was. I think I read like on something forever ago.
This is all
like
fake blood.
the Shiflett brothers used it for stuff. Reactivation.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you had to heat it, so I was just trying to heat it with my hand. And that was.
Oh, the monster clay?
Yeah, because it is a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
YouTube was barely.
Yeah.
So I just. Because I've used Sculpey, I used Plastilina. It's Plastilina, right?
Yeah.
And that one you're able to get it work. I didn't know the trick of heating it. So I was just like.
Chavant NSP is my favorite oil clay.
The good sulfur smelling one?
No, the mountain. But I don't. I don't do much in oil clay anymore. I love wet clay. It's my medium of choice. But yeah, Smooth On put this out, and it's just like it's exactly like Monster Clay, but it's called Alien. I think it's really funny that they call it Alien.
Very original for
Yeah.
Monster Alien.
You sell some of this in the Alien Museum.
We should.
Alien making kits.
The problem is
Listen to sculpting too.
I don't like using that clay myself, so I feel weird
Yeah.
selling it.
And then it's,
And it's to nobody's fault. I just don't enjoy.
the thing is about this, if you heat it up raw, or not this one, but the monster clay, if you heat it up too much, you burn yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always use gloves when you're heating
Yeah.
up clay. If it's too hot, you can snatch that glove off. It's not going to take your skin.
Yeah. It's like that's what happened to Mark Singer with the hot pour vinyl. Burn them up.
Yeah, when I only messed with it for a very small period of time, and I got somewhere along the line I learned to do the crock pot, and then I remember being all excited as it was getting softer, and I grab a big chunk of it, burns shit.
There's a hair dryer right next to you that gets hot as fuck.
Is that gonna trip any breakers or anything?
No. You can just put it in right there. It's just gonna be noisy.
So when you're gonna heat this now, what is the purpose? What do you like when you heat it? What does it help you do?
It's gonna firm the clay up real good.
It kind of leathers it up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna like see how the little balls are rolling and still sticking to it.
Yeah.
I want those to roll and fall off, and to firm the clay up enough so that I can start putting some detail in it. After I've got the primary shape down, and like I can go in now and refine some secondary shapes or start putting detail because the clay's firmer. At this point, it's real sticky. The last thing I want to do is like put water on it. I'm gonna dry it out and make it more firm so the more I tool it and get in it, it'll hold that.
oh, cool. So it doesn't. So like with the water, it's really smooth, but this will make it kind of still
Yeah.
have the bumpiness texture.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You can also use baby powder. Some people will coat them with baby powder and then rub it off because the baby powder will suck the moisture out of
Oh,
the clay.
cool.
All right, then word from our sponsors.
The hair dryer that's been in my life my whole life. That was my parents my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, that hair dryer goes back to like 1981, I guess. Like I've never not known that hair dryer.
That's great, man. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
No, it's not that bad at all. Kind of like a nice white noise.
All of our viewers just leave.
I'll check it out.
Never invite Chris back.
Chris is here to help with the My Bloody Valentine haunt, and I just needed us to babysit him somehow, so that's why he's here.
I'm right here.
It's cool having you here. Yeah, yeah.
Put a bag over its head like those old hair salon things. Just that little bit helped a lot. Usually I use a torch. The torch just does it super fast. You got to be careful though, because you'll overcook your clay and part of it'll dry out and crack.
Yeah.
So when you heat this clay, it makes it harder as opposed to like the others where it makes it soft.
Yeah. This is water-based clay, so it'll harden up. I mean, this is not this similar to clay that they fire, but this has a bunch of glycerin in it. So if you put this in a kiln or something, it would all crack. It
Oh, okay.
wouldn't work out.
Snake Man 182 says, "Hey Tom, it's Caleb, Bill's reptile friend.
It's who?
Bill's reptile friend."
Oh, hey. I know Caleb. Bill's my brother. My brother runs a company called Mythic Pets. If you need exotic and weird creatures.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is a rare reptile guy.
Have you ever used any of those creatures in your movies?
I have not used creatures in my movies, but he also breeds hamsters and rodents. And one time I was working on a 1-800-COLLECT commercial, and my brother mailed the shop frozen gerbils or something so we could have them for reference.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember what it was. This is a long time ago.
Feed those snakes or something?
Yeah, he'll feed them snakes and different things. But he does, on one of my daily shows, he can stop by my house at like midnight with 100 snakes. And he put them all out on my dining table. It's on like episode 4 or 5. It was really funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
But a little sleeping, which was great because she would have lost it.
For the kids around it.
Yeah, Cooper comes out because he doesn't sleep. He's like me. And he loves the snakes and stuff.
That's awesome.
So he got to see. He had an anaconda, and my brother got bit by the anaconda on the table in the episode on camera. I was like, "This is gold! This is gold! That's what we call a win." And he's like, "Yep, that just happened."
That's awesome.
I'll tell you though, since we've been filming my life every day, I feel like somebody is writing my life. Like it is, the craziest stuff is just happening, and it's wild, man.
That's awesome.
Like those boxing robots going, they got
Yeah, I want to ask you
battle
about
bots.
that. That's really cool.
I mean, I was like, I can't I didn't want to let him go to begin with, but that's where you want him to go.
Yeah.
You know.
What's gonna happen? Those things are gonna come alive like Johnny Five.
Yeah.
And want to come home to you, and they're gonna have to fight their way out of the other robots, and they'll be here in the parking lot one day waiting on you.
And I'll be here with open arms.
Those BattleBots. Tell a story about that, like how you got those, why you did it. I think it was cool.
So I bought these boxing robots because I was going to make a movie called Roboxer Revival. And I had it all crewed up and we were ready to go. Beautiful script by my friend Josh Cornell and myself. And then we had a producer and he was awesome. Just a really cool guy that wanted to be involved with film. And he ended up getting like not stomach cancer, but like a stomach disease. They had to take out like, I don't know, 9 or 10 feet of his intestines.
Oh.
He's fine now. He's good. But we postponed the shoot one time because he was too ill to get on a plane and we didn't know why. And then when he found out why and had to have surgery, I told Kayla, I said, let's just give him his money back. I don't want to be. The movie's not more important than somebody's well-being. And I didn't want to make it without him. He really wanted to make that movie. It was his money that made the movie. You know what I mean? Like they got it all together. My investment was those robots though. So then in turn I was kind of stuck with those robots. And that not a bummer, but like what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
So
Because they're so cool.
then I had some really cool parties here and my son had the most stellar 9th birthday ever. Like
So awesome.
legendary in town, you know.
Yeah.
Kids coming in boxing robots. And but we're making the clown haunt and we need the space and it's just time for him to go. I'm listed him on Marketplace and I got this message from a guy who's like, I want to see these. I have a friend coming from LA. Would like to come see him. Is it cool? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And it takes a certain person to buy a 1,000-pound boxing robot, gas powered.
Yeah.
You know. And so these guys came and they all over it. They loved it. And I'm like, well, this one's not working. They didn't care. They're like, we have engineers. I was like, engineers? What do you plan on doing with it? And they're like,
Fucking Cyberdyne.
they're like, we're BattleBots? And I was like, no way. Because when we were making these to make this movie, we're watching a ton of BattleBots.
Right.
And we were going to make our own boxing robot league. I mean, it was this cool serendipitous, like this is where it started, you know.
Yeah, that's.
And me and Chris, my other friend Chris, were so like and Waleed were coming up with characters, and it was very BattleBots inspired. So they're like, we need to sell our boss on this, but it seems like a no-brainer. And I was like, okay. And then the next day, Trey, who owns BattleBots, lands his helicopter in Boulder City. Flew in from LA, landed his helicopter, came here for a 10-minute conversation, and he's like, we'll take him. I said, what are you going to do with him? He goes, I have no idea. But they fit our
Yeah, they are BattleBots.
And so they invited us to come down and drop him. I said I would drop him off because I had already moved him out onto the trailer to make room for the semi-trailer. And so they invited us to enjoy the show while we dropped them off. They treated us like VIPs. They treated me like a kid. My son was like, I'm the 2-time boxing robot world champion, undefeated. But I'm retiring as we give them to you. And their 3-time champion, Donak, was like, you're part of the BattleBots family. You'll always be.
Fun.
I mean, they treated it was
Yeah,
rad.
that's amazing.
And I couldn't have had a better day. And also, I got, when you land your helicopter, you're not gonna beat anybody up on a price. You've lost your bargaining.
Yeah. Not trying to talk you down.
Chris's team MDK.
Yeah, MD murder, just kill. Yeah, we had a lot of really fun plans for those robots. I am glad they'll live where they do. I'm glad other people will enjoy whatever is to come of them. But when we were there, they posed them kind of like the wrestlers looking at the WrestleMania sign. Like they're posed looking at the BattleBot sign. And they were part of the VIP tour. Not just us, but there's like paid VIP tour, backstage tour. And they introduced the robots to the tour. Like, these are the newest members. And it was just so like ripping the Band-Aid off wasn't ripping it off. It felt it felt like I was stoked that they're there. You know, I'm glad they will live on. And
Like you know, your pets have a good home.
yeah, they're in the they are in the right spot. So
That's cool. Did you have names for them?
yeah, these two were US Jabber and Toxic, Toxick. But Toxic was to play 9 different robots. Reskinned. So we created characters like there was a cowboy one that was like with a skull bullhead that Chuck O'Brien sculpted. There was Murder Death Kill, which was like covered with spikes and just nastiness. There was all different. There was a disco themed one. There was a slot machine themed one. The Sin City Slammer. And so
and you're just gonna shoot the same robot.
yeah, reskin it, repaint it,
awesome.
shoot it again.
Yeah.
We also developed a crash technology, so they were all run in resin with thick restaurant aluminum foil backing the resin and then polyfoam. So when they got punched, they would break and you'd see silver inside. You'd see wires inside. We had it all set. There was one that had that was called Robocopter. There was a cop, but with like helicopter propellers for fists. And then he would like rip you apart with his health. I mean, it was gonna be so cool. It was very ambitious. It was really ambitious. And as I do. And we were gonna make that movie for 50 grand, and that was gonna be the biggest I've ever done. And on my own, not really. Gould Creek was 50 grand. It was not allocated correctly, but it was gonna be very cool. And it just ended up hanging it up. Sometimes you don't make them. Sometimes the death of Superman lives happens.
That never happened.
Yeah, exactly. But it was cool, and where they ended up was perfect. It was great. Good story. Good end of the story.
Yeah.
Me and Kayla right here, we road tripped to pick these things up in Illinois. We stopped at Butch Patrick's house, stayed there for a week, did some work on a thing. We were making like a museum there. Then we went to Springfield, Illinois, picked up these robots, went to Flashback Weekend in Chicago, had one of the best conventions ever, had this crazy drama with Flight of the Navigator, Last Starfighter poster, because it was my birthday, and Nick Castle was there, and I wanted him to sign the poster, and we had it overnighted, it didn't make it, and then we couldn't leave.
No.
Oh, it was crazy. And then on the way home, we drove through a freaking tornado in Oklahoma with robots on the back of the truck to just not ever make the movie.
Right.
Oh, so I got a nickname a long time ago, Too Far Tom, and this whole endeavor was Too Far Tom.
That's a good nickname.
And it was funny because it was one of those things. My wife's really supportive of everything I do. She wasn't really supportive of the robot, but I was like, I'll sell a dirt bike. I'll do whatever. I'm gonna make this happen because I have to own these robots.
So when you bought them, what were they doing before? What were they?
They're a theme park attraction.
Okay.
At like a mini golf fun center.
Oh, okay.
Like a upsale thing or like a bumper car thing?
Yeah, like bumper cars. Yeah. But you could get in and box robots. They were boxing robots. They're like Rock'em Sock'em.
Do they only have the 2 or they have more?
They only had 2.
Yeah.
And
those things were great. I liked them.
yeah, they were really fun, man. Like you couldn't wipe the smile off your face when riding them. And even when we dropped all the engineers at BattleBots were climbing all over them. They were in love with these freaking things.
Yeah, that's a great shell to start with. Those things will probably have flamethrowers on them.
Yeah.
Razor blade arms.
They're gonna retrofit them with electric motors, which is super smart.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
You don't want gasoline out there.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the fumes and stuff. I just think they're in the right place. It's so crazy how it worked out. But I do have a bunch of really cool outfits and like robot helmets and like kind of like Daft Punk style helmets that all these the pilots were gonna wear, because I needed character actors to play the pilots, but then I could drive them because I trained myself really good on how to work them.
Yeah.
And so we bought like how many 11 costumes.
We still have all that stuff.
We have so much.
And that didn't go with the sale.
No. That'll end up. I want to make a TV episodic called Johnny Laser. That's my son. Is this kid, who's a laser tag professional. So basically, he's having a laser tag birthday party. He falls in a pool and he comes out of Lake Mead in a post-apocalyptic world, and he has to fight off stormtrooper type guys, kind of like Power Ranger bad guys. But his laser tag guns are now real. And I think I'll use all those helmets and all that stuff for Johnny Laser. And they're just gonna be like 3 to 5 minute YouTube shorts that connect like old serials like Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
You know, that's been on the list for a while. I'm just waiting for Cooper to get a little older. He's a really good actor, but I just want him to get that little bit older so he takes it a little bit more serious. You know.
Right.
Someone's asking, do you have footage of the robots in action?
Oh yeah. They're on our Instagram. There's a video. They're in the video of last Monday's daily update. See you tomorrow on YouTube. Last Monday. So I don't remember, episode 34 maybe or something. We're on like 39 now. 39
See how
years.
fast it adds up.
My God.
Today's day 40.
Day 40. Today's day 40 going live. My God. I love it. It's become this weird thing. Like, I'm obsessed with
You're
watching.
good at it too, man. I've watched a lot of them and they're fun, man.
We try to keep it entertaining. It's all real. You know, it's crazy.
And you're such an interesting guy.
The stuff that happens here is just like, that doesn't happen, but it does. It's funny because I was talking about this yesterday and everybody's like, no, you're just watching it for the first time. We always watch what happens,
Right.
but now you're watching it. And it's pretty crazy. This dude showed up with a leather jacket for this Terminator figure.
That's crazy who that
So,
dude
so
was.
I love hairbands, and I think I can talk about it on here. I wasn't allowed to put it on the daily video, but I'm going to say it. So I love hairbands. I saw a marketplace ad. A guy selling a leather jacket for $40. I said, I will take that leather jacket, and if you bring it to Tom Devlin's Monster Museum, I'll give you a pair of combo tickets for you and your family for your trouble of delivering it. I do this all the time on Marketplace because it saves me from having to drive to Las Vegas or Henderson or whatever. And so it doesn't cost me anything, gives them a great day. I get something delivered. And he's like, yeah, we'll come on Saturday. And I was like, no, that's perfect. So I go to pick up the Terminator jacket, not even rolling the camera because I didn't think anything special.
Yeah.
And the dude that's there is the bass player from the hairband XYZ from 1985.
Right.
And this is a jacket that he wore. His name's Pat. He's a French guy. I had just finished an audiobook called Nothing But a Good Time. That's like 140 hours of the history of the Sunset Strip. I love hairbands. Like, I'm huge into hairbands. And I heard this guy's stories for the last month of listening to his book driving back and forth, along with everybody else, Motley Crue.
Yeah.
One of my first employees at 1330 Effects when I was doing movies hardcore was a guy named Kerry Kane, who was the old drummer from Pretty Boy Floyd, which is one of my favorite hair bands ever when I was a kid, because of Karate Kid 3, they're on the soundtrack. And so anyway, he's like, yeah, I was in a band and I toured all over the world with this jacket. And I did photo shoots and I was like, wait a minute, what band? He's like, it's XYZ. And I was like, what? And I just lost, Waleed was there, I just lost it. I was like, dude, I know Kerry came from Pretty Boy Floyd. He used to work for me. He's like, oh, we were all over the world with those guys are crazy. And he's just going on and on. I was like, yeah, I'm also Frank Bello from Anthrax is a buddy. And he's like, I love him. I love Frankie. He's also a bass player. What I didn't tell him is the bass player to Quiet Riot lives here in town in Boulder City.
Does he really?
Yeah. And the guitar player from Whitesnake lives right over in right near Laughlin, Bullhead City. He comes here, buys records from my dad.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's like these hair metal guys find me in my life, and I love that it's wrestlers and hair bands. I feel like because I'm a fan, I know them all, and
Right.
that's why I think all this is fake. But
That's cool though, because that's the shit we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
and I was just like, "You're giving me your jacket for $40?" Toward the way he's like, I cut the liners out of the sleeve. I hope that's okay. He was hot playing guitar with. I was like,
that's just pretty
this
cool.
belongs in a museum, not a monster museum. I'm gonna cut the sleeve off of it because it's damaged. I'm gonna put bullet holes in it. Oh, but it was just so rad. I was like, this doesn't happen to people. And it does happen. It happened here this week. It always happens. This stuff always happens. One time I was walking through the Monster Museum and I saw this guy. I said, hey man, are you Paul London? He's a WWF tag team or WWE tag team champion, the longest reigning tag team champion of all time. He goes, are you Tom Devlin? I was like, I'm a huge fan. He goes, I love Puppet Master. And I was like,
How fun.
this is crazy. And then he's in my movie, The After Dark. He came out and did it for free on his own dime because he's just awesome. That's the kind of weird shit that happens in the Monster Museum. One time I was in there and I was working the counter. So this is a long time ago because I don't do that. I don't even know how to bring people up. Like, I'm not to be behind that counter. But I was in there, and this guy comes in, and I always ask everybody, where are you from? And he goes, I'm from the Netherlands. I go, oh, the only thing I know from the Netherlands is Lordy. It's like this Gwar-style Kiss monster band. And he just points at his shirt and says, Mr. Lordy. And he covers his face because he never shows his face in public. And I was like, no way! He's like, I'm Lordy.
Get out there.
And I was just like, that's so wild. And,
That is crazy.
he was here to see Kiss, and I went and saw Kiss that same night. But it was awesome. You know, I don't know. It was so weird. So weird.
Sometimes when stuff like that happens, I just think, of course they like monsters too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's right. They're one of us.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they entertain themselves too.
But it's all the same world.
Jen says your son needs to be in horror movies. He's creepy in your haunted house.
My son is in horror movies. My son is the youngest version of Teddy, and Teddy told me to. My son is also the youngest version of Mr. Brightside in Nameless. I just gave away the end. I just spoiled that.
Nice.
That's okay. Fingers crossed, everybody can watch Nameless very soon. I'm really excited about that. It's been a long road. That's the hardest part about independent film is getting it out, you know, getting people to be able to see it.
Yeah.
And then everybody that's involved wants to know when they're going to get to see it. And you're like, I'm trying.
It is the hardest part with you. Well, finishing it's also the hardest part.
Yes.
But it's like that period of time because the shooting is so much fun. The prepping, it's all fun.
Everybody's involved with that part
Yeah,
too. They're all
yeah.
there. They see it, but then they don't see the tumultuous time that for us that can happen in post, but also distribution. Man, is a dog shit fight. That is so hard. And I don't envy you building your own platforms and doing, God,
Trying to figure it out.
it is so much work.
Terry says she'll deliver boxes of Girl Scout cookies for 2 museum tickets.
Done.
Nice.
Done. No offense, I won't eat the cookies, but because I stopped eating sugar. But by all means, somebody will.
Have you, you told me you did that a while back.
April.
How-
April 1st was the last day I ate sugar.
That's all.
Other than like natural sugar in a banana or grapes or apple or something.
So you just don't eat, how strict, like you don't eat cookies and stuff like that, or do you watch like in milk, you don't?
No, I don't. No dairy, no cookie, no dairy, no bread, and no sugar.
Man, Girl Scout cookies are all natural.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I just, I don't have rules. I just don't want that anymore. It's not, a lot of people will say, oh, can you have this? I can have whatever I want.
Right.
Whatever I want, whenever I want. I just choose not to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I don't want to be fat and I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I don't want my teeth to fall out of my head. I'm a sugar junkie.
Yeah.
And I look at it like I don't drink alcohol either. I never have. And if I don't, it's the same thing. Like I don't have to drink alcohol and I don't have to eat sugar. I just don't. I enjoy meat really good and vegetables fine. But
Terry says she doesn't even eat the Girl Scout cookies.
yeah, you can. You can, but not the best idea.
You can't do your own drugs.
Yeah.
The ones you're selling on people.
Yeah, good.
What is it? You don't do your own supply or what is
Yeah,
it?
a good dealer doesn't.
That's right.
That's funny.
This fork is amazing.
Change,
God,
change your life.
right?
That guy's great.
He's fun, huh?
I made one that's like a crazy alien brain guy. He was this cool.
Maybe I should change him to alien right now with a big dome head.
Do whatever you want, but I like that.
What are you? Did we ever talk about that? What is that going to be?
So this is a form that I have that will fit a mechanical skull, so we can make this talk in the haunted house.
Oh, that's
And it'll probably be in the graveyard, zombie, something like that, where it's just like, but the jaw will move.
oh, cool.
I try to always keep the jaw free, so you get as much movement from the talking skull. If we restrict it with clay, it looks cool, but then it doesn't do as much.
You think that this will fit?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I saw those bastard. That's the one you showed me over there.
Yeah.
For talent, yeah.
Tom had so many.
Yeah, this guy's fun.
Oh,
If I could get a torch, I'd really get this clay cooking hot and just
Yeah.
steam it up. But then I won't throw plaster on it right afterwards. Be good, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like making molds.
I hate making molds.
I mean,
Wait, he just said he likes making molds, Kayla.
I mean, we've been.
He is trying to do a job.
It's messy and it's
I hate
expensive,
making molds,
but
man.
you
I
know.
wanted to teach Steve Hansen, who's a guy that's around here a lot. Man, he's a granite mason by trade, or a stone mason. I don't want to say granite. He works with all kinds of stone, but he would be a great mold maker. I just never had the time to sit down and like show him the 1, 2, 3, you know. But I hate making molds. I'm so done with it. I hate wearing latex gloves or any kind of gloves. I hate having to dry out hands. Like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know. But also don't like complainers, so I should stop.
You just being honest about what you like.
I used to hate making molds and hair day, and then I just started telling myself, you know what, you really hate? It's cutting the grass and doing yard work.
I'm glad
that I'm making a fucking mold right now.
I absolutely love cutting grass.
Oh, I can
I
stand the
love
smell of
cutting
that.
grass. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, yuck.
What planet are you from?
Mississippi, where we
Oh.
had like 2.5 acres of grass that Chris had to cut.
I love cutting grass. There's nothing. That's what I miss most about living in Florida, man. Is I would just get on my rider mower back then and just cut grass. I would push the mower in the front yard, but ride it in the back. And I miss it. I bought a house specifically with a tiny patch of grass, so I get to cut
You
it.
can cut it.
And
Yeah,
I
tiny
am-
patch of grass is fun, but 2.5
I
acres,
love it.
field of grass,
you just sit on the tractor and ride it.
chase the rats.
Oh, it's so fun. I love it. You'll never convince me otherwise. I did tree service as a kid growing up. I loved yard work.
I definitely never loved yard work.
Yeah, you're from Las Vegas. You don't know what grass is.
Yeah, a little grass in the yard.
I'm a redhead though. If I'm out in the yard for like 40 minutes in the sun, I start melting. Gonna explode because of sun radiation.
I would mow grass over making a mold any day.
What?
Yeah, any day. Any day.
I'd much rather be doing art. Whether it's no way, man, fuck some grass.
I think cutting grass is art.
A buddy of mine did the thing where I guess, I don't know, maybe one side of the lawnmower is higher than the other or whatever. That way you get the stripes in the yard. Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
So he did it. And I wanted to fuck with him so bad because there's not a HOA in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right? But I wanted to make this bullshit letter to give to it. So that's, sir, first off, we don't allow stripes in the yard. Second, if you have them, they have to be counterclockwise. But he was just having a hard time at work, and I didn't want his head to pop when he finds his letter on the porch one day.
Which it would.
Yeah,
See, Too Far Tom would have done that,
yeah.
which is kind of where I
This is the kind of things that Chris does.
Yeah, I got the name for that.
Fucking HOAs, man. Holy cow.
I'll never, ever have an
We
HOA.
don't allow the straight grass.
Where I live, we have an HOA, and they're tough, and they're like, when I moved into this house, it's a house that has very small yards, about tiny little yards. But they have just like their arbitrary rules. Like, you gotta have 2 trees, and it's gotta be this, and it's gotta be that. It can't be that. And the community's like 25 years old, I guess, maybe
Yeah.
around. So when I moved in, the 2 trees in our front yard were just like they're overgrown. They're just way too big for the yard. And they're huge. It's a 2-story house, and they're well above that, going to the neighbors. So I worked a deal out with the guy I bought it from. I said I wanted those cut down.
Oh,
I
no.
spoke to the HOA though. He spoke to the HOA. It was all approved. We planted palm trees. And then years went by, a couple of years, and I got a note one day, and they were like, you gotta put back the trees or whatever. So I went back with them, explained to them that this had already happened and it had been a few years, and then they basically just said okay, and never heard about it again.
Oh, that's good.
Well, 7 years later,
Oh no.
and I don't check my mail too often because like everything I have is paid, all my bills are, yeah. So I go through all my mail and I see like 4 missed notices about this thing, and like now there's a $700 fee. They're about to put a lien on my house. So I call them again. I'm like, guys, man, I've been like, we went through this, and I'm like, because now my palm trees are like, they're about 3 feet tall, like they're growing pretty good. These are, So either way, they're like, no, basically in the end, the guy said you have to put in trees from this approved list, and it has to be done by this date. And if it's not, then they are going to put the lien. But if you do it, we'll change your fee from $700 to $100. And I'm like, and so when the trees were cut down, I was there with the guy and was talking to him, and he said, yeah, this whole community, he said they put in the wrong trees for this community.
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of them they did.
Yeah. And he's like, and so I asked the guy, I'm like, so is your tree approved list? I'm like, is it, did you guys update? He's like, no, actually they're the same trees. So I'm like, so you know that you're making me put trees in this fucking yard that are going to overgrow the yard like the rest of this neighborhood. And that's the thing, half the neighborhood's starting to cut down their trees because it's so out of control.
Yeah.
Do you have to ask permission to do that? Cut your trees?
Yeah, you gotta get permission, which we did.
I hate
It's
HOAs.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So all he told me in the end was like, yeah, unfortunately, some, like those people are gone, and whatever was okay before is no longer okay. So I had to spend like $800 to have the stumps dug up so I could reclaim it. And then they lowered my fee from $700 to $300 and not $100. And the thing is like, you just have to do what they say. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
And it's just so goddamn aggravating. So, yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I'm sure it makes
That's what we're here. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here
That's
for.
why everybody tuned in today.
Oh,
That'll be the title. HOAs and vanilla.
That's great.
oh no, Nat says, hey y'all, just stumbled across the stream and I gotta say these creations you got going look sick.
Yeah, no, cool.
Hey,
Very cool.
thanks for
Sick.
I'm glad he's stumbled.
Mine has a cold really bad. Look at he's sniffling this.
He looks it. He looks sick.
People aren't extra chatty today, but there has been more people on YouTube than usual.
Oh, okay.
That's where I usually watch is YouTube. I hit the bell and the subscribe notification.
Hey, you go see.
Awesome. I was told that I had to say that.
That's why I just said it. That's why I just said
My
it.
friend Mike, who's basically said, I'll do the show with you, but if you don't ask people to hit the bell notification, I'm out.
It's not, and it doesn't matter. All this is for nothing.
It's true.
Chris says that would have been a good evil robot team, HOA.
HOA.
Maybe a horror movie called HOA.
I feel like there's got to
Uh-oh. That's how cool shit starts. Somebody says something like that.
Waleed could write it. He has his own HOA
Oh,
problems.
he does. Well, it has some crazy HOA problem. Dude was like the smartest decisions ever buying this house when it was super affordable. Paid it off. But he deals with the HOA so much that I think he'd probably rather rent somewhere.
Yeah, they can really ruin your life.
They certainly have like a breather sensibility to know when something extra financially gets into his life, and then they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, buy it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a little bump? I'll
Yeah.
take it. Oh,
Yeah,
Slipknot,
yeah.
Slipknot video, you got paid well? Give that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
It's crazy. It's like, hey, well, you just got ahead again. Your saving account has $40 in it. Like, here we go.
sure.
And what's nice, it's just so goddamn, like, it doesn't make any real sense.
No,
Man,
it seems illegal. It really seems illegal.
Did you ever see, you know that show Last Week Tonight? You know what that is?
No.
So it's this guy, John Oliver, that used to be like a daily show. It's on the HBO.
Okay.
And so it's just a once a week kind of show about like news comedy, but they always kind of cover something. And they did one on HOAs, and it was crazy. You know, they really like, you know, beat them up, but like there was people that like, I guess some of these HOAs in some places, depending on those like those sort of fines and how if you don't respond to them, I guess they can sell your house.
That's crazy.
And so there was like a couple of stories of people who literally like,
Could you imagine being that person? That is a horror movie.
yeah.
And then the guy comes back for some revenge and is like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can take my house. I'm about to kill your kids.
Well, I think that like in that series, like I think it showed that like some of these, I don't know all, but like they sold the house for like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
To some inside, some fucking thing. You're like, it can't be illegal, man. It just can't be.
It'd be like that movie Falling Down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What it's called? It's like this summer in a world with tree rules. And the dude's like cutting this fucking tree down. HOA's like, And then he's like taking the same, you know, one of those tools and like you put the rope to cut the tree. And now he's like chasing her with it. HOA Part 7.
I think that what's it called? There's a scene where these kids like toilet paper somebody's house and the HOA is finding the shit out of
It's
them.
because they got toilet paper in their yard.
Well, it says this HOA talk is giving him PST.
Poor Wally. Yeah, I'm getting PSD. PTSD.
The whole time Tom's next film's being written.
No. Zombie movie next.
Dude, that's gonna be great. Zombie movies are where it's at.
You know, I got burnt out on zombies for a long time because I did a lot of work on a lot of zombie movies. Not all good movies. But I will say that this idea that I have to make like this classic Romero style movie that's just old school zombies, dusty, dirty, rotten corpses, that's where it's at, you know. I just sent Mike the synopsis and he's going to help me write it. And hopefully, I mean, if you should you choose to accept, but you know, you might have some cool notes and stuff that you want to, I'm not bound to any, I'm bound to a couple ideas, but they're in there.
Okay.
No,
I am excited to check it out. That'd be fun. I mean, we worked on little stuff together. We haven't really worked on anything together, so I think
not well. To me, I don't agree because you produced one of my biggest movies, Las Vegas Frankenstein. Would not exist without you. Like that movie is not real, never made. And there's a therapeutic thing that happened on Las Vegas Frankenstein that you might not. I don't know if you even realize, but this goes right back to the Puppet Master talk earlier. So I tried to direct the Dr. Death Puppet Master movie.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote a script, and Waleed and I conceptualized new puppets that would be in the movie. Dr. Death is a character from Retro Puppet Masters, and they did a spin-off movie. And I pitched myself not just as the effects team, but I wanted to direct it. Dave Allen, who was the effects team on the original Schmoller Puppet Master, directed Puppet Master 2. And it's the best Puppet Master movie because it's directed by the effects guy.
Right.
And that's what people want to see in these movies. Often in a Puppet Master movie, it's not what you see. You don't see the puppets, you see the people. So we want to focus on the puppets, you know? And so I wanted to direct Dr. Death. And I pitched myself to Charlie, and he was entertained. He entertained me with the idea that I had done Teddy Told Me To. I was on a high. He entertained me with the idea that maybe I would direct Dr. Death. And he didn't tell me I didn't have the job.
Right.
Looking back, he didn't tell me that no, which he would normally do. Like,
right.
He is a straight shooter. I mean, if he said no, he'd be like, oh, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
But he didn't do that. So I started doing concept art. Me and Waleed made some really cool puppet alternatives, new characters, because every movie needs a little something.
Yeah.
And then we kind of, I never heard it. He ghosted me. Charlie ghosted me a little bit, not on purpose, but I didn't hear about it. And then the next thing I know, my friend Shane Bitterling, who is gonna help me gonna help me pitch this, although we had written a script. I already wrote the script. Shane Bitterling is Charlie's writer. He was gonna take it to Charlie and kind of do a little polish and say, me and Tom came up with this, and because without Shane, the movie wouldn't have got done because Charlie's specific about who writes his movies. So me and my friend Vince wrote the original. Me and Shane were gonna get it to Charlie.
Okay.
And then I hear Shane wrote Dr. Death for Dave Parker. And Dave Parker is one of my favorite filmmakers. He made the Dead Hate the Living. He made The Hills Run Red. He's a freaking great director. And I personally wasn't hurt, but I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Dave Parker's the man, you know.
Right, yeah. Had he directed one in a long time?
He hadn't been back with Full Moon since The Dead Hate the Living. So it's been a while. He's edited for him on and off.
Okay.
He went and wrote House of the Dead, which is one of the worst zombie movies ever. And his career got hurt by that. But then he directed.
Director of House of the Dead?
I don't remember.
Is that
but,
the Bull?
It is Uwe Boll, yeah. But Dave Parker wrote it. But then he directed The Hills Run Red, which if you have not seen it, that is a fun slasher movie.
I don't know if I have.
Maybe one of my favorite slasher movies.
Okay.
I love The Hills Run Red. And so anyway, I get it. Dave Parker's the guy. Makes way sense. Me and Charlie never had the conversation that I'm not the guy, but I understand.
Right.
I wasn't asked to do the puppets then. They went with somebody else, and that's fine. I really didn't want to do the puppets unless I was directing.
Right.
But 3 days after this, you walked into the Monster Museum, and I showed you a Teddy Told Me To trailer. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I just made this movie. And you just looked at me and you go, hey, could you make another movie for about the same budget? And I said, yes. And then you're like, cool. And I said, I already have a script. Las Vegas, at the time it was called The Totem of Frankenstein. But then your thing was you were selling to multiple nations. I needed 2 familiar words in my mind. So I came up with Las Vegas Frankenstein. Because everybody in China knows Las Vegas and Frankenstein. Everybody in Argentina knows Las Vegas and Frankenstein. To translate The Totem of Frankenstein could be weird. So I went home and me and Vince changed that whole script with the help of my wife. The totem became the collar.
Oh, okay.
And it's the same movie.
Right.
But instead of him bringing puppets back to life, which is what the totem brought puppets, we made a Frankenstein monster with the totem. We just changed very little. It was all the same. Victor Van Pelt, Gary, all that is the same. No, the dialogue didn't change.
That's awesome.
But we just added the Frankenstein element. And there was hints of Frankenstein in the totem of, in Dr. Death, because Dr. Death was playing Frankenstein. He was building these creatures.
Oh, okay.
And I created a Dr. Death puppet that was so awesome. Charlie sent it to China and made 300 replicas from my sculpture.
Oh, wow.
And it's not what they made the movie with. That's how much I thought we had this movie. I thought I was going to direct a full new movie.
Right.
And then it didn't happen. And I totally understand. I was green as green could be.
Right.
But you took a chance on me. You gave me the money to make the movie. And then I cast Noah Hathaway and Daniel Roebuck and went over budget. And you guys gave me more money. So you say, we haven't really done anything big together. You did something huge for me. I just haven't done huge for you. You know what I mean?
Well, I love Lost Vegas Frankenstein. I love that movie. It's my favorite movie that you've made, and I like a lot of your movies. But I'm like so proud of that movie.
Me too.
I'm so proud to be part of that movie. So I just mean more, I guess, that like we haven't dug in deep on something together, and I think that will be fun.
Yeah. Well, you made that movie happen, and many others. I mean, you made Nameless happen too, which I can't tell you how many people. I was just telling Chris yesterday how many people are excited about Nameless and really like that meant a lot to a lot of the people because that was just friends in the dirt making a freaking movie, hardcore, and it worked, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been a journey to get it out, and not because of you, not because of anybody, because of the distribution world is so difficult and changing. It's a changing thing. So I don't know. I think I you've been so helpful to my film career
I'm glad.
in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
and I can't wait. Though this movie that I would love your help writing, though, I think it is the most involved we'll be together. You know.
Yeah, man, the part I'm excited about. I just started doing a little writing. I love writing, and I don't get to put enough of my time into it.
Yeah. Well, you're a busy guy.
Yeah, so, but I need to like make more time for stuff I love, and this is one of the things.
Yeah.
This sculpting, so that's cool. So, and then writing. Right now, I'm tackling my writing. The reason it got me back into it is I'm tackling a vertical script, which I know that like.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Which I know that's the response.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I'm excited about vertical.
Listen, I believe that you are on the cusp of trends all the time. So I'm glad that you're doing a vertical script. When he says vertical script, for anybody watching, that's something that you can watch here on Instagram that is vertical. He's going to make a telenovela of horror vertical. And I've heard this. I can't tell you how many meetings I've taken in the last 2 years that people tell me if I want to make money, I should be getting on the vertical train because it's going to hit. But guess what? That's not my art. That's not what I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'll
No,
change my
and it's
mind.
fine. And
Maybe Johnny Laser will become vertical someday because I'm getting really good at this self-filming thing, or I don't know.
I just think it took me a while to get to it too. I do think the reason why I'm excited, number one, is that I do think it's already working, but it's still in its infancy. And right now, what's working a lot with is these sort of really bad, like stuff I don't like at all, which is
That's why I say telenovela.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like hyper. It's kind of hilarious, but it's just hyper dramatic, like upscale. Like young hot people that are billionaires and have secret marriages, and it's just silly as shit. But it works, and people are watching it. But the way that I see it, I think is cool. Like is that it's not going to replace movies in any way. It replaces your doom scrolling on TikTok, your doom scrolling on Instagram, where you're just watching shit and you're served shit you don't really want. Like I watch TikTok every day, and I feel sick about it every day. And, because it's like I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's my thing. So I start scrolling, and maybe 30% I enjoy, but like it's crazy how fast shit you don't want any part of just finds its way into your feed. And the same thing like on Facebook. I'm a Facebook guy. I scroll on Facebook. I see very little of my friends and the people I care about. I see a lot of advertisements for shit that I don't really want to be part of.
Yeah.
And so I'll never watch a movie on my phone. But if there is some place that I can watch like cool little, because that's the other thing too, is it's not asking you to sit there for an hour and a half. It's asking you to sit there for 90 seconds.
So, yeah, I don't know, man.
And so I just think I think it's just a different, I don't know, I think there's an opportunity. And then with horror stuff, I just think it's exciting because I feel like, and they're already doing it. They're already putting like real short.
I can only imagine because I'm telling you, for the last year and a half, I've taken, I don't know how many meetings where people sat me down. They're like, "Do you want to make money doing this?" And I was like, "Not if it's not what I don't want to do."
No,
I'm real
that's cool.
snippy about. I want to make feature films.
Yeah.
I want to make hour and 15-minute long movies that are roller coaster ride. I want what Wes Craven wanted, but
Right.
that's going extinct. It's going extinct. People don't watch feature films anymore. People don't watch movies.
Well, I think that I think that they do. I think that the problem is, again, it's just like, what do we use? What are we consuming all day? And you can't watch a movie when you're watching TikTok. Like, it's just not going to order Instagram or what you're doing. But if these things can squeeze their way into that space, then that's just a little cool thing. I'm having a meeting this week with a friend that's a very, really, really talented DP that I love because I want to pick his brain about it. Because actually what I want to do is I want to marry the formulas. I want to shoot it traditionally, but I want to be mindful for the vertical frame.
Yeah.
And then I want to have both.
I think that's an answer.
And that's something.
I will also tell you, you know what's really funny? This is completely off subject. I'm going to sway. I went to Disneyland last week.
Oh, did you guys go?
I saw Joe Lujan at coming off of the Matterhorn.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. I was like, and I'm filming my dailies. Of course, I didn't pull the camera out and be like, "It's Joe Lujan." I forgot.
That's awesome.
But it was awesome. And then his star, one of it, I don't know the guy's name, but he's in all the Immortal Wars, was with him. And I was like, bro, I love Immortal Wars. And he looked at me like, who is this fan? And, I was like, because I am a fan. If anybody has not seen the Immortal Wars, it's on Tubi. There's like 5 of them. Great, great movies. Go watch them. I'm a huge fan.
And Joe Lujan is an amazing human being. He's a
Yeah.
sweet, sweet dude. That dude is one of the most hustling filmmakers that you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah.
He just makes movies.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, he's
Real deal.
He's a real artist. Like it's.
I couldn't believe when I found out how young he is. I was like, dude, you have a jump on all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already made like 40 features.
Yeah.
It's like he's crazy.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he makes them because he likes them and he has fun and he gets involved. You guys have very similar sort of.
I think that's why I might be overwhelming sometimes when I meet people, because when I find people that are like me, I get, oh God, we're the same.
Yeah.
And I think I might have scared off Joe Lujan at the beginning, but I think I won him over time. He gets it. He knows that I'm just I am sincere. I love his product. I love his movies. I watch all of them. I love somebody that can stretch a budget like I can, and he's really good with it. And similar to me, he works with the same people over and over.
Yeah.
He's got his team and his little cult, and I'm the same way, man. I love it.
It keeps it fun. Keeps it.
He uses John Ward. I'm a big fan of John Ward. I think John Ward is like this awesome character. I think John Ward's a better actor than he thinks he is.
Yeah, he is really good. He's very.
He's always really humble and shy when I'm like, oh, I want you to do this and that. And he's like, oh, dialogue. Oh. But he's great, and he delivers so sternly, and
he has a really good look too. So just like
great character.
Yeah, he fixes his spots.
And he helps out on set. Like I know he runs sound for Joe. He'll help PA on anything. Like he's just a great dude that loves movies. John Ward loves movies. I was gonna say, oh, what do you got, Kayla?
Count Wackadoodle is asking what everyone's favorite slasher movie of all time is.
Teddy told me to. All around, everybody's gonna say it.
Teddy told me.
She go watch it right now.
I would Sleepaway Camp Part 2 and Friday the 13th Part 4. Those are my 2 favorite slasher films.
I think Friday the 13th Part 4 is my favorite too. I'm a Jason. I Jason is it for me. Period. I mean, I love the rest, but he's just head and shoulders for me.
Part 7's mine. New Blood's my
Part 7 is
Part 7 so good.
4 through 7. Which one is the one where it's not Jason? That's 5.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, but I mean, it's not Jason.
I love
but it's
that
still
movie.
fun.
But that's why I love it, because I grew up in the woods in Pennsylvania, and I remember turning that movie on for the first time. It was on USA, and it was raining, and Reckless is running through the woods in the red sweatsuit that looked like my backyard. It was pouring outside, and I was like, this could be anybody in a hockey mask. This could be anybody in my town, and that's why I love that movie, because it was terrifying.
Yeah, especially up until about 7.
Yeah,
I feel like from like 4 to 7. I just feel like they were very similar in a lot of fun ways.
yeah.
Even 3, I think, is there too. I mean, they're all
great. They're all great.
They definitely jumped the shark, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
With Manhattan, and
I
even though
I love Manhattan.
Like,
I love it.
It's so dumb.
And
I
love. We were talking about this last night. I love Jason X. And
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
love
people.
it.
I like that local
came out.
movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
When it came out, I saw it in the theater with my friend. I was like, "Fuck this! Like it's over. They killed Jason. Like it's just no more fun." And but I was wrong. It's fun as shit, and it is stupid. But it's just like you said, it's overboard, and that's what's funny about horror movies. That's what I was talking about Scream earlier too. Is like it's funny when you take stances about things you don't like.
Yeah.
Because you're like, no, it doesn't real, or it's not real, or it doesn't follow. Like none of the rule book is that there's no rule book, really. Like that's just ridiculous.
Right.
So it's like something you just might not like.
How do we fix this? I know, a time machine. That's how we'll do it. We'll go back and send somebody to stop. Like.
Yeah. That's the ultimate
Think
thing.
about it. What I will say is, after I watched all the Scream movies, I don't know that those are great movies. I don't know.
Oh, the first one is so good.
The first one's one of the best.
So good.
Look,
I
watching
like
them all in a
Scream too.
short period of time,
Yeah.
they become a little exhausting. Like the formula is so
It's a very simple formula.
very simple.
You watched 6 of them in one night, though, right? Like,
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. It's like remember we watched 6 of them in probably a month.
oh, okay, yeah.
But it's like I don't get me wrong. Like I love them. I'm glad they exist. I think they're fantastic. But like when you're getting 3-4 deep, it's like it's just and also they have like a design where like kind of the more famous person that's in it. I don't know if that's prior to or after it turns out to be the killer. So
Right.
you're like it's not they're really trying to trick you, but it's not that tricky.
The first movie was brilliant. The Kevin Williamson script, directed by Wes Craven, absolutely out the gate revived the horror industry.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so good. Gotten to be pretty good friends with Lee Waddell, the original Ghostface, and hearing his stories was just awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
Haas,
they're all fun.
Haas of G Fam says, Tom, how are you such an awesome guy? Such a talented, hard worker. Keep up the greatness. You're one of a kind.
Well, thanks.
You are.
My head's about to explode. Going back to the verticals. Here's an exciting thing that I am slightly excited for you, and maybe if I ever stepped into this world. Because now that we're talking about it, if I was going to do it, it would be something like Johnny Laser, like a serial. That's what they are. And I have the serial design. So I can't just say I like hour-and-a-half movies because I want to make a movie that is 3 to 5 minutes long and 13 of them equal a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe they could be shorter. I don't know how to write that. I don't know how to write.
That's why I'm excited about it because it's like I tried to look up scripts, you can't find them.
So, but you know what is exciting is the Insta360. Do you know that camera? Have you ever used that?
No.
We use them on dirt bikes all the time. It's only a vertical camera,
Okay.
but you hang it off the back of your dirt bike, and it's a 360, Insta360, so you can have the front view, the back view, and the above view, the side view,
cool.
and the side view. You scroll on your phone what clip you want to use while you're editing. It's shooting 5 cameras of perspective in one shot. And
that's fun.
but it's only vertical. You can't do it horizontal. Right. But if you were making verticals, you could do some really cool stuff with the Insta360.
Well, here's the other reason why I love verticals so much is because if you look at the website, have you looked at one of the websites? Have you guys ever seen any of these?
I've avoided everything because I hate the future. I avoid anything that comes up. They're like, oh, a 3D printer. No. And now I'm like, dude, 3D printer.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, you're 10 years late to the game. This guy was 3D printing when it cost $90 for a bottle of resin. It's we're and the same thing with everything. I'm just always so late. YouTube, I'm like, I'm doing YouTube every day. 10 years late to the game. But so I'm gonna tell you, maybe I will change my mind about verticals.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how I will do Johnny Laser. I just want it to be enjoyable on a TV though.
Well, here's what I think you're gonna like about it. This is what I asked about. If you go to the platforms, what's interesting is they have to create a whole new platform, a whole new user experience, and people have to buy into it. People are. So you watch these one by one. You get a handful for free, and then you got to buy the rest. But when you click to kind of move to episodes, you can see 40 or 50 episodes, whatever they have. And so the structure of it, what excites me about it is like you can make choose your own adventures with these, and that's like I love choose your own adventure.
Me too, man.
And I've always want to figure that like how to do that in the movie.
I did a horror movie that was Choose Your Own Adventure.
Did you?
I did the effects on it. It was called
It's my part.
Slumber Party Slaughter.
Slaughter
Party Slumber.
Yeah.
Party. Slumber Party Slaughterhouse or something like it. I don't know what it was called. It was with Joanna Angel was in it. I know that. That's how I got the job. And it was Slumber Party.
Who's the director?
I don't know.
The only reason I asked is that I know this guy that I was sort of friends with, but his name's Tony Walsh, and I think it was his first feature was called "It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to."
Not
and
that.
It's a choose your own adventure.
This may have been a ripoff of that.
Okay.
With porn stars.
Okay.
But it was a horror film, but it had like Tommy Pistols in it, Joanna Angel's in it. Doug Sackman might have been involved. I'm not sure. But I can't. I know that I tried to sell them my how-to videos afterwards because they made it big doing like punk rock yoga videos
Oh, wow.
or rock and roll yoga. And so then they were making, this was their first feature film, and I was like, I have a bunch of how-to videos, how to make cotton latex zombies, how to make silicone zombie or silicone masks, and I was like, maybe you could put those on your platform, and they did not. And, all right, someday. So we're gonna upload those on YouTube on our channel for free now because nobody's ever wanted to distribute our how-to videos.
People love how to. They love
I
doing
know.
it themselves, man.
So we're just gonna put it on YouTube and let people watch them for free. Because I'm so tired. Every time somebody comes to the Monster Museum, it's like, I love makeup. I give them one. Because I got 1,000 DVDs that nobody buys. But
You gave me one.
yeah, I probably did.
Yeah, you did just recently, I think.
Yeah, I do that. There's really good information in those videos.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to sell them.
PM Shay says, much love and respect from Rhode Island.
From Rhode Island.
Thanks for tuning in.
Somebody I know in Rhode Island?
I don't, this is on the Creepy Popcorn one, so I'm not
Okay.
sure.
My parents lived in Newport for 15 years. And I spent my whole family is from that area. I spent a lot of time in Rhode Island. I have a lot of friends there. So I don't know where, but Newport area, I know a lot of people. And Middletown, know a lot of people there. And our good buddy Caleb Henderson's from Rhode Island. Well, Massachusetts, but he lived in Rhode Island for a while. Went to RISD. I would love to take my kids back there. It is so cool. Newport is awesome.
Newport is in Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's like that's where the Vanderbilts live and the Rockefellers. And my great grandmother was really good friends with Jackie Onassis, who was.
Oh, really?
My great grandfather was a chauffeur, so for a family called the Laniers, and because of that, the wife of the chauffeur was treated. The chauffeurs weren't treated like what's it called? Like
Staff.
they weren't treated like staff. They were treated like family. Like they lived in a house on the property after he died until she was 95 and died.
Oh, wow.
So it's like it's very cool, but it's just such a really cool old area of America.
Yeah.
And the buildings are awesome, and you can go in all the mansions and stuff. It's very, very cool. But like my great grandfather helped build like this wall on this Ocean Drive thing. My dad knows the history better than I do, but
That's really cool.
it is Newport, Rhode Island is a really cool place. There was an awesome movie made with Michael Scott, the guy that plays Michael Scott in The Office.
Steve
Carell. That takes place in Newport. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was really good. They show off a lot of the.
It's not is it the wrestling one?
No.
It's like a bunch of wealthy people too.
It's kind of a dramedy one. Like he's getting divorced and he meets this lady.
Oh, is it Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
That would be so good.
takes
That's
some.
one of the
I'm glad you guys love that.
things.
My friend Molly O'Haver was the wardrobe girl on that. And
Really?
she's awesome. She got me on Modern Family and she got me on True Detective. When people are always like, "Oh, I didn't know you did this," that's all because of Molly.
What True Detective did you work on?
Season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah.
That was a good season.
I didn't see it. I bet it was great.
I love True Detective. I actually like.
Actually, I think it was Dan in real life.
Oh, Dan in Real Life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a good movie
I
too.
think Lola just chimed in.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Dan in Real Life.
It's not as good as Crazy Stupid Love. No, Dan in Real Life is a good movie, but Crazy Stupid Love.
One time, me and my wife were in Newport and we got to see Huey Lewis in the news on an island with fireworks behind him.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, for free.
That's awesome.
Doesn't he put on the best
Oh, it
show?
was
I've
awesome.
seen hundreds of shows, but Huey Lewis was like
It was so good.
every song ever,
Bangers.
and like horn players and
Yeah.
girls singing behind, and it was just the best, like forever.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It was so good. And he it was right after Pineapple Express had come out, so like he had a lot of fame there with that.
I know this is bone, but I'm making it all wrinkly like Granny's upper lip.
Yeah, do that. Granny's upper lip is disgusting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smoking granny with the lip before the smoke. Those smoke wrinkles.
So, Mike, with those verticals with the cinematographer that you're meeting with, do you have plans on actually shooting anything like test footage, or will you just jump into it?
Well, once I find all the parts, I'm gonna jump into it.
Yeah.
But I want to spend the time. You know, I
Will
want to talk to
will
somebody.
you direct it, or will you hire somebody?
No, I want to direct it.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
want to learn. I just want to learn because I know there's things I don't know about it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I am so excited about it is right now, I keep hearing over and over again that people are making them, and these budgets are like $100,000 to $250,000.
That's what I keep hearing too.
Yeah, and I keep hearing all the same stuff like you can't do
For
it
the
for less.
verticals?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I hear from people that don't really understand how to make stuff. You know, it's like, well, there's no way that you could do it for less because X, Y, and Z. And
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm like bullshit.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you can totally do it for less. And I also think that the nature of the 90-second episode thing and how kind of like how they all roll together is like one of the toughest things in independent film is like, you know, scripts. It's one of the hardest
Yeah.
like things. And so when you spread something out, it's 90 minutes or 70 minutes, or whatever they make it be, oftentimes there's a lot of lag. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot, like there's just.
No, I know. That's my goal in life is to eliminate that lag in movies.
And it's hard, but it's hard to do. It's like when you're trying to tell a 90-minute story.
Sometimes you got to walk around the halls for a while.
100%. But when you're ingesting that in 90 seconds at a time,
You don't have to walk.
I think that you're going to hide a lot more warts, and I think that it becomes. So that's why I think it's an interesting thing for indie filmmakers. But I don't know. I really don't know. Like once I make one, I don't know how easy it'll be to sell. You know, you're at the mercy of the fact that there's not a ton.
And you have to sell it rather than just put it out on your
Probably
own
have to sell
social.
it. Yeah, 100%. But I am in the belief that in the next few years.
Is this something that you would ever pursue with Insurgents as
Yeah.
as a product?
Yeah.
So I could sell my vertical to you guys.
I mean, that's my hope. Nick, if he's listening right now.
And what about like? Does it have to be horror, or could it be like a kids show sci-fi?
I think it could be anything. I think that that's what's interesting.
Because that's what I really.
We don't really know.
The Johnny Laser thing, my idea is completely fleshed out. I have scripts for it, but I want it to be. I don't know if you remember Josh Kirby Time Warrior. It was like in the '90s. I want it to be that kids adventure. Power Rangers meets Buffy meets Terminator. You know, like
Right, yeah.
like really fun, but not adult. But not boring to adults. Not annoying to adults.
Right.
Something that we could all watch together. That's what I want to make. I just love kids programming from the '90s,
I do too.
and I miss it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see. I just feel like this is so new that there's so many places to go.
Yeah.
And again, just because everyone is kind of like, oh no, it's got to be 200,000. It's got to be these type of people, this type of story, and just like no. I mean, I know that's working now. Don't get me wrong, but I just, like I said before, if you could give people something cool to look at versus the thing that we're all getting exhausted with,
Yeah.
it might have real future.
Well, I was having a conversation with my brother the other day. He doesn't. He watches a ton of movies and media television. Nothing low budget or anything, really. But he loves he's real into shows and stuff.
Yeah.
All the Marvel stuff, whatever. But he was talking. He doesn't even like going on Instagram anymore because it's just showing him Instagram and Facebook showing him stuff that he is not into. And
Yeah.
and I said, yeah, my Instagram's just dirt bikes and boobs. Like that's all I ever see. And he kind of alluded to yeah, that's just the girl stuff everywhere, which I don't mind, whatever.
Yep.
But my brother doesn't care for his cell phone being invaded, you know. So I get it. There's people out there that want content that's not being forced down their throat.
I find myself clicking the not interested more and more often,
Yeah.
hoping that it figures
But do you
out.
think it does anything?
I
Because
don't know if it shows me more
I
traction
think
or if
that's
it's
what
like,
it does.
let's get back to the monsters.
Yeah.
You know?
The problem that I think is with it is that you get it wants to please you so bad.
Yeah.
So if you watch two things today, it just assumes that you want that for the next week or two.
Right.
Yeah,
And
if
you
you
go,
click on something new, it's gonna be like, oh,
yeah,
Well,
like, no, I just was interested in that guy or this thing. Like, I wasn't interested in
I experienced it last night because so my good friends Chris and Waleed have a YouTube channel as well called Phantom Castle TV,
Oh, cool.
and they have big plans for their channel. They want it to be they want to have puppet stuff in it. They want this stuff, making things. When we build the haunt, they're going to do a lot of tutorials and stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to push them to anyway. I think that's kind of in their where they're looking to do. But so right now they have a lot of video game content, like pretty much solely video game content.
Good.
Anybody that knows me knows I am not a gamer. I don't play video games. I don't watch video games. I have no time for video games. Last night, Chris posted a new video. So I put it on, and because I just put his whole channel on a playlist, so I could just play through, give him some watch hours, give some views. I watched the first two of them with the audio on, and then I had to turn the audio off. I hate video games, man.
Yeah.
But I just played through my entire YouTube algorithm right now.
It's video game.
Angry video game nerd. Angry, all video game like Doom. I'm like, it's not 1993 anymore. I don't want to watch Doom. I don't want to see this. But because I don't have a separate account to watch the video, I need to. It just feels I lose all my dirt bikes, all my choppers,
Yeah, and that's
all
what
my vans,
sucks, is like you
and now it's just been replaced with like 12-year-olds playing video games, and I'm like, oh god, you guys. I'm gonna keep doing it because that's how it's gonna happen. But drives me crazy. The algorithm thing drives me crazy. Like, can't it just recognize?
It's a good idea, and I'm sure in some spots it works, but it just seems like it's gotten too overwhelming. And then, the reality of it is, like, these platforms are so massive, they make so much money, and they're only built to make more money. And so, like, and if there's not another alternative, we're all just talking about it. We're either on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Sure.
Everybody's using it, and they're all playing by the same rules, so there's not really a lot of options. And that's what I think they're, stuff like this, and I think a lot more stuff. I think in the next few years, people are getting more exhausted.
You got something, Taylor?
We're going to watch them.
Oh, someone's asking, have you played any horror video games? Some are extremely scary,
No.
immersive.
I'm not playing horror video. I will tell you. One time, I traded 2 surfboards for a PlayStation 1 because there was an Evil Dead video game, and it was this new thing, and I love Evil Dead, and I couldn't get out of the damn cabin. I just walked in circles. I never moved. I couldn't do anything. And I was so sad that I gave away those surfboards. I just instantly regretted my life choice. I hate video games.
She says Resident Evil 2 and 7 are really
Whatever.
good.
For somebody else, I'm sure.
I did play
Not for me.
the Friday the 13th one when they came out. And I'm terrible at video games too, and I don't give it enough time to get good at them. But it was fun, man.
Well, I worked on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game
I
heavily.
played that
I was
too.
all over that game.
Yeah.
And the experience was once in a lifetime, the best. I mean, I can't tell you how thankful I am to be a part of that project. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre more than most things. I never played the game. I don't play games. I don't do that. My son loves video game. I don't.
Yeah, my son made me download the Texas. It's funny. I was just telling him about you last night.
Yeah.
Because we have it, and I'm like, it's not, I mean, he's gonna be 7 soon, but he's definitely should not be playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I felt like he loves all the slashers because all my toys and all the stuff. So
Yeah.
he loves it all. And then he wants to watch it. And he tries to sneak. So I was like, well, it'd be kind of fun to let him do a little walkthrough in the video game of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The artwork's beautiful.
It's fun, man. It's a cool game. So we played a little bit of it, but yeah, I did love it.
I am.
Brody Kane says howdy from Australia.
Howdy.
Hello, Australia.
That's
That
awesome.
was very well.
And Chris and Wally both said thanks for the views and that your algorithm is fucked.
Yeah. It's your fault, but I don't care. I'm doing it. That's. If we're gonna support each other, we have to support each other. That's the thing. I have this idea for like the Monster Museum Network is not just my channel, but my network of friends. So like I always try to give Creepy Popcorn the love. I try to give my good buddy Justin and Random Land the love, and as well as the Phantom Castle TV, which I think is a phenomenal channel for people that are into that. That's the thing. They're really good at what they're doing. They're
Yeah.
very entertaining. It is just not my
That's about
avenue. It's not what I like. Like my brother loves Warhammer 40K and Magic the Gathering. I don't do that. You know, that's not my thing. But I support him. I support when they're doing stuff.
Does he do like live streams or?
No, he doesn't do anything on YouTube, but he used to have like a painting company where they painted people's models and
Oh, cool.
he's you know, if somebody's into it, same thing with the reptiles. If somebody's into it, I pass them his way. I don't know if it ever does any good, but that's called supporting, you know.
That's right.
So if you need exotic pets, go to mythicpets.com. He makes like crazy alien snakes.
Crazy alien snake?
Like just snakes that don't look real. Like friggin' he could probably paint a portrait of your son in the back of a snake somehow. Have it born that way. They all look like he's kind of Dr. Moreau.
That's awesome.
For better or worse.
Yeah. It's awesome and also terrifying.
Leg skin.
Time for another one of these Red Bulls.
We're gonna have to have an intervention.
No, not again.
Chris, we need to talk about your Red Bull problem.
No, I was telling Tom last night that I had doing the makeup for the show, and one of the actresses at the haunt her husband was a Red Bull rep.
Oh, okay.
So I kept all my makeup in a toolbox to like pull out drawers and flip up top. So she brings me every night a 12-pack of Red Bulls.
Oh, wow.
And I get them cold and put them in my drawer, and like I'll do a makeup, and then while the next person's coming, I slam a Red Bull in between the makeup and slam a Red Bull. And I was doing this on like Friday and Saturday nights, and the wardrobe lady. So my birthday's like right close to Halloween. It's always showtime, and there's always some. He come over here. We need to show you something. And there's like a surprise thing, and so they do that, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to do some birthday shit right now. And they take me in this room, and everyone's sitting around in circles, not with cake and stuff. And it's like intervention. And she goes, you need to sit down so we can talk, Chris. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, we're afraid you're gonna have a stroke on the Red Bulls, because I'm like drinking a 12-pack of Red Bulls, doing makeup for 4 hours, and then I'm running around the haunt all night, looking at this, doing that, half a mile this way, half a mile to this haunt, back and forth. And I was like, really? This is not drugs. This is weird. But I found out, I guess
It's really
you
bad.
can drink too much. I was drinking too much, and they were concerned, and I had no clue. I'm just like, slam another, you know, like. But the makeup's got done on time.
We used to live like that here. We used to be. We got a Red Bull machine out in front of the Monster Museum.
Because it got product in it, and I've got a debit card.
I worked in the casino business for almost 20 years, and I went through a Red Bull and then an amp phase, because you get, when you're in the pit and you work as, you know, supervisor, you get free drinks all night long. So the cocktail waitress would bring you drinks, and coffee just lost its ability to keep me going. So once I got into the Red Bull, I would do the same thing. I drink 5, 6 a night, because they just bring them by, you know, and the more they bring it by, the more you down them.
Well, that's being on set too. They'll always have something on set. I used to bring my own private cooler where nobody could see it. It was just filled with Monster Java. Not a problem. But on Alien Storm, Ashley introduced me back into the Diet Red Bull. I never had Diet Red Bull, zero sugar Red Bull. And so on Alien Storm, I think all of us, but primarily me, drank more Red Bull than somebody should handle. I don't drink that anymore. I've learned my lesson.
Me either.
But
And also, I like the cans are now bigger. You like, because when they first came to you, they're tiny.
Yeah.
They're so strong. You don't need more. Then you get ones that are this big.
You know,
Yeah, the big ones now are that's
Yeah, I won't
Like a super big gulp.
You notice now that in the beginning they were like, it's for concentration.
Yeah.
Now they're just like, get off quick.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I don't drink them anymore either, but when I need one, I do. I get a Monster. It's an orange. I can't remember what it's called. It's got lower sugar, but it's not no sugar. recovery, I think is what it's called. And if I down that thing, man,
Recovery, like it's something
I'm
good.
Like
It's like it's
it's like drugs.
The Rock has a new energy drink out that's supposed to be like all natural and like not caffeine. Like,
caffeine is natural. Taurine,
yeah.
I don't know. There's chemicals in there that shouldn't be. I'll stick with coffee. It comes from beans,
Yeah, I can't stand it.
and I only drink it black, and so it's as natural as I can get.
I stick with coffee most of the time. I think I'm going to call it for today.
That's not what Mike does. Call it.
Because I have a job. If
I know. Hey, I understand.
It won't take like
Oh,
for
wait,
8 hours.
you got a lot done here today.
Thanks.
Pass me that little long handle blue and gray. Yeah.
So next week, I guess I'll start doing more final details.
Sure.
But I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's looking
What
great.
am I missing? Am I missing?
No, I think you just need to finish it.
Okay.
Finish it, and
Okay.
we'll mold it.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll mold it on TV though, because it's really messy and hard. I don't know how I would live stream and make a mold at the same time.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you could. It's just messy.
I think next week, what I'd like to kind of get is like more of like kind of what you're doing there, like those finer line,
Yeah.
wrinkly details. I need to learn. I
Man.
think every time I try to do that, I'm going too deep.
Don't let it firm up. Yeah, let it firm up before you start doing this kind of stuff, or to get the blow dryer out and firm it up.
Okay.
Because you're at a stage right now where
Yeah,
you're
it's turned back to
mushy. Yeah, you're mushy and
Yeah.
soft, and you're at a shaping stage, not a detail stage. So by the time you get back next week, don't let it'll dry out enough in the bag that you can. It'll probably be firm enough you can start doing that.
It is.
And if not, like do like I did, put some dryer on it.
Okay. What's that?
All right, guys. So, are we still live, Kayla? Okay. So we're gonna sign off here, but I would like everybody to check out Creepy Popcorn on YouTube, Monster Museum Network on YouTube, Coffin Ghoul on Instagram, and like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we will see you guys next week
Next
on
Monday.
Monster Monday.